inflammation within the temporomandibular joint creates all these disparate symptoms. And I'll go through the litany again. Frequent and recurring headache, earache, jaw pain, neck pain, ringing in the ears, tinnitus, feeling of fullness in the ears, subjective hearing problems, dizziness, vertigo, shoulder pain, arm, hand, finger tingling and numbness, and locking. That's the litany, and they're well accepted. Nobody wants to argue with those, except the arm, hand, finger tingling and numbness, which I kind of figured out independently. I don't think that's in the literature quite yet. But here's what it dawned on me after I got doing some thought experiments about this, after I found out how successful the device was. And that is this, and I didn't learn it out of the textbooks. Again, it was, as the proper word is, heuristic, Heuristic, heuristic information, trial and error. But I realized that something I learned from my orthopedic colleagues on my orthopedic rotation in my residency was actually in play here. And the orthopedic surgeons know all about this. They, and the dentists don't. So orthopedic surgeons know all about, in the vernacular, what they call joint splinting, having to do, in their case, the best example is tennis elbow. When you have an inflamed elbow, tennis elbow, the signal of that inflammation goes up the autonomic system to the central nervous system, and the central nervous system registers that there's inflammation within that joint. And the central nervous system says, hey, I'm going to give you a hand about this. Don't move that joint. And sends out another autonomic signal to the muscles, upper arm and lower arm, that move the joint, and says, tighten up. And the orthopedic surgeons know all about this because they talked about it